Welcome to this masterclass. Is fulfillment in lasting relationships even possible? I hope I can answer this question today. As you are here, you are either single and not in a relationship, or you are in a relationship that is not fulfilling. In case you are single, you ask yourself perhaps what you are doing wrong, what's wrong here, why is it not working? If you are in a not fulfilling relationship, you perhaps have resigned and you think change is not possible. But actually it is possible. And when we are not happy as women in relationships, we tend to overwork. We compensate, we bring in the fulfillment through work or through our career, and we are very good in what we do and get the appreciation and the self-confidence out of work. I'm in a fulfilling relationship with my partner Peter for over 24 years now, and this doesn't mean that there are no conflicts. It doesn't mean that there are no fights. It's not great all the time, to be brutally honest. And we have our issues. We are completely different, and it's not always easy. However, I would say I'm in a fulfilling partnership with this man. What do I mean with that? For me, a fulfilling partnership is when you can be 100% honest. I say what I think, no matter how tough it is for him sometimes. I really talk from my heart, and this is number one. Number two is I trust this man completely. I know he is not a cheater. He is there for me. I can rely on him. This is number two. And number three, he is my best friend. He is the first one to know if things go wrong. I love him, of course, but love is not enough for a fulfilling partnership. Basically, it is about growing together. And growing together is not always possible with everyone. I've loved the father of my children, but I could not grow together with him. It was impossible. Sometimes one develops in different directions and then you cannot prevent a separation. So again, when you can grow together, trust each other, be honest with each other, have a good friendship, and love and like each other, then for me it is a fulfilling partnership. And a very important part is my partner is supporting me in living my purpose, working as a therapist. Before I was working in completely different fields. I had 3 other relationships before I met Peter. Were these previous relationships in vain? They were not in vain. Also with these men, I could grow. It was very important to have met these men on my journey, on my path, even when the relationships were not fulfilling. But the much more exciting question is, what does a fulfilling relationship look like for you? For me, it is very important that you as a woman live your full potential, that you can live what really makes sense to you. And this is possible when you have a supporting partner at your side. I've supported and accompanied many women to find their partners or happiness in their existing relationships. Recently, a woman came to me because she was single and far away from being able to date. She was so hurt from her previous partner that dating was not an option. She didn't have a good relationship to her mother or her boss. Relationships in general were difficult. By working with me, she has managed to have a good talk with her mom. It was possible now to establish a good relationship with her mother. She went on vacation and started dating. Now she is in a relationship, and recently she came to me saying, Anja, we are talking about babies now. Really. So a lot is possible when the inner demons are dissolved. It is not enough to find a partner, because then a very interesting time starts. We all know how much a close one can trigger us. The inner child gets triggered, that is not in peace, that is still hurt from past experiences. And when we get hurt, then we withdraw. We feel offended, don't talk anymore, because we don't feel understood. We see that relationships don't work and very often fall apart. And then our mind makes us believe, you see, I knew it, it's not working. But if we are able to heal the inner child, then we can stay in the present moment and are not catapulted back into the past. Then we can deal with the triggers in a completely different way. I used to get very triggered by my partner when he drove away for work. My abandonment issues got triggered. And I felt terrible alone. Today I can say bye. And it's not a problem anymore because my inner child got healed. This brings me to my next point. If you, or rather your inner child, gets triggered, then you probably think he doesn't love me because he does the things that hurt. He's driving away, right? Then you become small. You start to blame yourself for all the things that go wrong. You become unhappy. You start doubting and criticizing yourself. Or you make other people's problems your own. What women love to do is helping. Because clearly the other person has a problem, right? So we help. We love to help. We help parents, we help children, we help partners, we help our bosses, we help everyone. Why? So that we are seen as the good one and no one can reject us. We are also take the blame when things go wrong. And this, of course, is not very attractive for no one and leads to a lack of self-worth or a lack of self-confidence. You don't trust yourself anymore and you don't trust your feelings. You put your own needs second. The steadfastness is missing when we don't feel safe in a relationship. And sometimes you even humiliate yourself to get the supposed appreciation or recognition. And then communication gets more and more difficult. One has the feeling of not being taken seriously. Quickly you don't feel respected and cannot stop it when others are abusive. Or you cannot deal with conflicts. Either you withdraw and say nothing in situation you should say something, or you start screaming because you have swallowed so much before. I was a big screamer before. Putting limits is difficult, and then you start to become anxious about people or authorities. The more you get triggered and hurt, the bigger the heart wall will become. This unconscious wall is not only protecting you from hurt, but also from love. It gets tight around you when this wall is building. And this wall is the reason for your fears. Fears of being criticized, and you get very quickly disappointed. You are afraid to make mistakes, and I would like to remedy this. I want to help you become the best version of yourself with all of your aspects and facets, so that you can make your contribution in your life. I want you to feel respected, accepted, and that you get into your power and energy. I want you to feel relaxed and are able to grow. I want you to feel welcome and home and safe. If you have all of this, you are much more in the flow and can let yourself go. Then you can be authentic and show yourself as you are. Another consequence is that you feel better in your body. When relationships work, everything gets better. And it is absolutely crucial that you find peace in your private life. Then you can resolve conflicts calmly so that an exchange on an equal footing is possible. When you have built your self-confidence, then you can be perceived in another way. This is what I really wish for you. What stands behind it is living your purpose. I want you to live your full potential, to come into your energy and power, and to live and experience everything you might wish for. It is absolutely possible to become free of this struggle so that you can make your contribution in your life. And therefore I have created this course, the Love Formula, your path to fulfillment in your partnership, so that you have the freedom to do what really matters. So I was interviewing a lot of people, a lot of clients, and we have created this course together. What always came out at the end of all my questions, they wanted to have the freedom to do what really matters. It's nice to have a relationship, it's nice to have children, it's nice to share your life with somebody, but this was not the ultimate goal. So this was very important, to have the freedom to do what really matters. I talk about become the queen of your kingdom. What do I mean with that? The queen is for me a woman who is responsible for her own emotions and actions, and not taking responsibility for other people's emotions. She knows her value, she knows who she is, then she can decide who she will give her time and energy to. She has a good balance between private life, work and self-care. She knows her goals and visions and realizes them. She's surrounded by people who support her and help her grow. And this is what I wish for you. This course has several models. We start the intro session, your path to a happy future. Here we will dive deep into the questions: what is a fulfilling partnership? How should it look like? How does your happy future look like? What needs to happen? We also question ourselves, why didn't it work so far? I talked about the inner child, reconciling with the past. Here we will heal the inner child. We will take care of the inner child. We all have our inner children. They are here, but they can be healed. Then, of course, then you don't get so triggered anymore. Then you can deal with the issues in your partnerships in a completely different way. Model 3 here, radiate from the inside out. It's about self-love. Because self-love is directly related to our charisma. The more you love yourself, the more charismatic you become. And then, of course, you become attractive and can bring in the people you want to bring into your life. Model 3 is about healthy self-esteem, self-confident and strong. When we know our self-worth, when we recognize our self-worth, when we trust ourselves and our feelings, then we have the possibility to put loving and clear boundaries. And this is, of course, very important. Many women struggle with putting boundaries. So we don't need to scream, we don't need to be loud, we don't need to be harsh. We can set boundaries also in a very calm and very clear way. And when this is achieved, we start in model 4 with the art of honest and respectful communication. I said, when you want to have a fulfilling partnership, you need a strong communication. You need to be able to communicate your feelings, you need to be able to address conflict, you need to have this exchange on an equal footing. Communication with men is a different topic, I come to that later on. And here in our last model, it's about the heart opening. I talked about the heart wall, so when we close our hearts more and more, every time we get triggered or we get hurt, we build this little wall a little bit bigger. And of course, this is not helping. We need an open heart in order to build a deep and strong connection with somebody. We also have two exciting bonuses here. I talked about effective communication with men, because some things we need to know as women. Yeah, men tick differently than women. They react to things differently. Their brain functions differently than within a woman, and this is very crucial to know, so that you get heard, respected and understood. The other bonus is my body, and we all know, we women, we have always something to criticize about our bodies. But of course, when we feel good in our bodies, we can also transport this feeling into our surroundings, and this is perceived. Here we learn to treat our body as our best friend. All the material here in this course was not just created in my mind, as I said. I have interviewed a selected group of women to know what's really important when it comes to partnerships. All the experience I have gained in giving conferences, workshops, private sessions, seminars in the last 24 years, all this experience as a therapist, you will find in this course. It's a masterpiece. So in total, we have 13 live group coaching sessions. In these live group coaching sessions, we use tapping, the EFT tapping technique, and so that you can release, dissolve your unconscious blockages that stand in the way. This is very nice because I have given this class for a German group, and this group became best friends because it was so nice to see that we are not alone in this. With our issues, everyone could relate to what the previous person said. We were tapping together, laughing together. It was a wonderful experience. So we have these 13 live group sessions. For every model and the bonuses, you have an extra meditation that will help you to manage your emotions better. These are very, very nice. Also, when it comes to healing the inner child, these meditations are great. You have 80 affirmations for each model, and the bonuses, you can use these affirmations in order to reprogram your unconscious programming. You will have this community feeling. This is so crucial. It's so important to see that you are not alone, that we have all the kind of same issues, and this is really priceless. And if you like, you can have personal coaching with me, either 3 personal coaching sessions or 5 personal coaching sessions, or you skip the personal coaching and you do the live coaching sessions with the group. You have the online course, the meditation, etc., the bonuses. This is also possible. I would love to see you on the other side. You will find more information below.